Hey everyone, it's me, Debbie, with the Fancy Stamper. It's been a long time. I haven't talked to you guys for quite a while, but I'm here today, yay! I have a couple things to share. And I don't know if you guys recall, but we used to do the 5-Minute Friday videos all the time. They were really handy, usually just a card or something simple that you could do pretty quickly and we could show it to you pretty quickly. So today, in the spirit of that, I am going to be showing you a 3D project that I learned in the past few weeks from one of Rhonda Wade's training videos that she does. It's not a training video, it's actually one of her live videos that she did. So I'm going to show you the bags. These are gift bags, and this is using some retired paper stock that I had. It's some designer series paper that we used maybe a couple years ago, and you can make all these different sizes. This is a Christmas bag, so cute, and look how deep it is inside. These really hold a lot, so I just want you guys to see these before I get started. Here's another one, a little different design. This is a more current paper. I think this is from the fall, what was it called? Harvest? Painted Harvest, that's it. Oh my God, that was one of my favorites. Okay, so we have a couple bags here for you to see, and I am gonna just do a quick demo, and I'm not sitting at my, obviously I'm not on my craft table. I don't craft in my living room usually, but my craft table has a project on it. So I'm letting it stay there, so anyway. So I'm going to flip you around and show you all the stuff I have going on down here. So bear with me for a second while I do that. All right, well, this gives you a pretty good view of my work area. So that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna move some of these things out of the way. And you can see I have some tear and tape, and I have some of our, whoopsie, craft glue, our multi-purpose Tombow that we can get from our catalog. It's current. So I do have a little bit of retired paper here, and I'm gonna be using our Stampin trimmer. This thing is awesome. And then we have our paper punch too. So I'm gonna start with this size bag first, okay? So let's start with this size bag. I think these dimensions are 6 by 6, let me just look. Yeah, so this is actually 6 by 6 and it's 3 inches deep. So you can hold a super lot of stuff in here. I mean, I am telling you, this is crazy how much stuff fits in there. And for that, what you're gonna need is 2 pieces of either current or retired designer paper. So this is a way to declutter your paper stash, you know, because we all have it. And if you're like me, you probably, I'm not gonna say the word hoard, but you probably buy a lot of paper because it's beautiful. And you then maybe don't use it a lot. I mean, some of us do, some of us don't. Some of us are just trying to get into better habits. So what you're gonna do with this is you're gonna have 2 pieces of the 12 by 12 designer paper, and the double-sided is perfect for this project because you're gonna flip down one of the corners and one of the edges rather, and it's nice when it matches with each other, coordinates nicely. So for this one, I've decided that I'm gonna use the pumpkins for the outside. So the only scoring measurements you have to remember, and just remember, ladies, that this light gray one is the scoring tool. I sometimes use the other one and it just messes up your whole paper, cuts it right off. Okay, so your scoring on all 4 sides. First side is gonna be 2 inches, and the other 3 sides are gonna be 3 inches each. Now, remember on different designer papers, some of them are, you know, a little bit lighter weight than others, so just kind of test it out which paper you have. I think I went a little too hard on my first one here, so you don't want to crack the paper if you can help it. But some of the designer papers are super thick, so just sort of play it by ear and see what works. So I am just gonna do that to this one, and I'm gonna do it to the same thing to the next one. So what I like to do right away is the 2-inch section that I did. Take the 2-inch section and fold that down so you have the opposite side. And you can use your bone folder, but I don't really need it on this paper. It's a pretty thin paper. Okay, so I fold both of those down, and then what I like to use is I like to use the Tombow glue for this section. So what I'm gonna do is just give it some glue. And this stuff really does stick well, and it gets tacky really quick too. So I'm just gonna stick this part down. You just have to Rub it a little till it sticks, and then do the same with this one. And I like to do that before I go any further, just so that I can get that one section taken care of and I don't have to think about it anymore. All right, the same thing with this one. And as you see, it tacks up super, super fast. Now, you're gonna cut these so that they fit together. And here's where you're gonna cut them. I don't know if you can see these lines down here on the bottom. That's where the 3-inch sides intersect, but you're gonna cut from here to here on both sides. Don't cut this way or it won't fit properly. So I'll show you on this one, and then I'll do the other one too off camera, and then you're gonna see what we're gonna do with these two things. Alrighty, now on this one, you're gonna fold these in on this one. Some people cut these little tabs off on this one section, but I don't because it gets the bottom a little more sturdy. So what I do on this one is I'm gonna use my Tombow glue. I'm gonna give it some more glue here, and then just fold that in so that it makes a little bit more stability right here. And this is gonna be on the inside, so you're not gonna see it. So it doesn't matter that it doesn't match the inside. It's not a big deal. All right, and then when I have it like that, I go ahead and I fold this so that I get a nice crease, especially at the top. It's a little thicker because you've got a double fold there. And on this one, we fold in these two sections. And the main thing on this part is that you want to make sure that both of your patterns are the same. You don't want to have one way and one the other way, because then your outside won't look right. So make sure it's like that, and here's how it's gonna fit together, just like this. You are going to glue this one section down into place right here where it fits. And again, what I use for that is the Tombow glue. I just put it on this side. And then just kind of snug this up there. Make sure all your lines are matching so that you can finish your project and it won't be all wonky. And then again, it tacks up quickly, so you just hold it for a minute and you should be good to go. Alrighty, and then make sure you fold this one up too. Make sure all your folds have been creased, and they are. All right, so now we're gonna put this bag together. So you start with this one down here, this one little tab. And I find that if you do this one at a time, you don't usually have any issues. I think when you try to do too many at once, you might get glue all over. But all I do is I lift it up. Let's see if I can show you this way. I lift this section up, and then I lift this tab up to meet. And again, just make sure that your edges meet properly. I'm just gonna squeeze it so it does. Hopefully you can see that. I'm kind of doing this at an awkward angle. But remember, this part doesn't matter because you're gonna cover it with this other edge in a minute, okay? So this side is just to get it stuck. And then I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Don't go crazy with the glue, but don't be stingy either, because you do want it to stick. You might put something heavy in here. What if you put a candle or something? You know, I put some really heavy things in these bags because they're so wide, you can put a lot. So, you know, if you're not careful and don't put glue, like I've seen some people doing snail because it's really quick. Of course, snail is quick, but it just doesn't have the holding power that this glue, or even if you have any of the old fast fuse, that works. Tear and tape is awesome, but again, that's gonna take a little bit longer, so I would be keeping you here all day. So on this side, I just slide this part down, and then I just lift it up to make sure it matches. And then to rub it in place, I just turn it on its side and put my hand in there. You can use your bone folder, but again, it's a little wide. Your whole hand will probably fit in there. And now, last but not least, we have this last flap. A little more glue. And this glue is a great buy, you guys. It's always $4 on our shopping page. So you can always buy it there. I know they sell it in other craft stores, but if you're already placing an order, you might as well add some of this. I always add one of these to my orders because I use it so often. And I cry when I run out. So that's just me though. Okay, so I'm gonna hold that in place for a minute and then see, basically we're done. Basically we're done. Look how deep that is. Isn't that awesome? Okay, so now you can see these are gonna set up a little bit more, but to make this side go in like this one, I'm sure you guys have done this before. All you have to do is hold it like this, put your fingers here in the middle, and then I know this is not quite stuck yet, and I'm gonna fix that. But just put your fingers in the middle and squeeze it. Give it a squeeze and then give it a pinch. You just have to play with it a little. And it helps if this is already glued down really good, but I kind of jumped the gun a little bit. Okay. So this is looking really good. Now we are going to give it some hole punches so that we can string a little handle through there. So I keep the holes a little bit wide so that I can, what am I doing? I'm doing this upside down, am I? And I like this hole punch because it definitely is small enough so that the knot doesn't come flying through there. And I picked black. I had some generic black ribbon that I'm gonna use. And we have our black shimmery ribbon, so I just ran out of mine, so that's why I'm using this one. But I just thread it through here. I just had a little ribbon laying around, so I thought I would use it, but definitely use your shimmer ribbon. Or you could use any ribbon that matches. A lot of times on some of these bags, I will use, again, you can use your retired stuff. It's a great way to use your retired stuff. And it's also good for the twine, the more rustic looking twine, because a lot of these fall kind of bags are gonna look well with that. I almost used the twine on this one, but I decided the black would look better. All right, one more handle and we are set, which is great. When I have my classes, I give these out. When I go to little craft fairs, sometimes I do that to promote my business. And when I go to craft fairs, I tell people, because they always see the little bags and they want to buy them. And I say, oh, you'll get one for free if you buy 2 of my items. And the items are priced so inexpensively that they do. All right, so that's what that looks like. Isn't that so cute? I think so. And now I'm going to show you the smaller bag. This is a really cute bag. Even though it's small, you use 2 6x6 pieces of designer paper for this one. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of uses for this. You can put all sorts of goodies in here. You could put treats, you could put a gift card with a little bit of tissue paper. You could put lip gloss. That's what I like to put in there. So I have, again, wouldn't you know it, this isn't retired paper, this is current paper. But all you do is change the measurements on here. So the top one is going to be 1 inch. And then all 4 sides are gonna be 1.5. And again, that's the only measurements you gotta remember. It's nice. Makes it nice, makes it simple, easy to do, not have to think about it too much. Okay, so again, like we did before, I decided I want the little frogs here to be on the outside. So I'm gonna have this part on the little flat part that folds down right here. So I am going to fold that down like this and get it adhered into place so it's out of my way. Okay, and now on these, you're gonna cut them in the same places on the other side, okay? So when you get to this down area, you're gonna cut in this way. So that's what I'll do on both of them, and then we will get the bottoms done. Okay, again, we're gonna fold these in, get them adhered into place. And this is where we're gonna glue the 2 sections together and make sure this little other part is right in the middle, and make sure our patterns are matching. They're both facing the same direction, which they are, so we're good. Just get that as straight as you can. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry for a minute while I cut these little holes for the handle. And again, remember, it doesn't have to be exact. It just has to be in there, sort of, okay? A lot of people worry about it being just exact measurements. It's not that kind of a project. These are such cute bags. I love them. Oh my gosh, if you knew how often I use these, you would crack up. I mean, I even send these in the mail because I have the padded envelopes that I send a lot of stuff to people in, and I send stuff to my team, and these go perfect in there. Okay, wow. Okay, this is the completed bag. Isn't that so cute? Oh yeah, I forgot to pinch this section in. Okay, we are good now. So look at that, these two cute little gift bags. One's a Christmassy one and one is just for everyday use. I think they're adorable. And then you have these bigger bags, which are so awesome. And again, they fit so much stuff. If you saw, I mean, I could put a giant candle in there right now. So anyway, thank you guys very much for watching what I did today. And hopefully you guys will all have a great weekend. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.